We became minimal lifestyle people when we had to move out of our house in 8 days.
It was super fast and we didn't have a lot of time to make choices about what we were gonna do. So we just did our best, but the result was definitely living tiny and getting rid of everything. We are going to mail our ballots right now and vote. And at the same time, we are gonna record a video on our walk over there with the ways that we started or took on a minimal lifestyle.
Okay, one of the first things we tackled was clothing. I had so many jeans, t-shirts, dress shoes, suits that I never wore.
Ties.
Yeah, some ugly ties, a bunch.
Big fat ones, like old fashioned almost. We also got rid of stuff like cowboy boots. We both had 2 pairs. And we got rid of any kind of clothing that you would use for a party. Like if you had some weird old Hawaiian shirt.
I had a few.
that you thought you were going to use for a party someday. We got rid of all of that. I got rid of a dress that looked like a flapper dress that I thought I might wear one day.
Some long jackets that you had.
Yeah, basically anything that we hadn't worn for the last month in this season. So kind of summer clothing or fall or spring that was in the last month that we hadn't worn, we got rid of that. And anything that was winter, we only kept a few things. Like I got rid of jackets and
a bunch of scarves.
Yeah, we got rid of scarves. I got rid of tennis skirts. We're obviously not going to be playing tennis in the van.
A ton of exercise wear.
Also other accessories too, like purses and hats. Like I had a bunch of purses that I just felt bad about throwing them away, even though I wasn't using them at all. And I know somebody right near me had a bunch of hats.
I had a bunch of baseball hats in the closet on the top shelf that I never used.
I think we kept 2 hats each or something like that, 2 or 3, something like that.
Next on the list, we focused on bulky items. I had a bunch of tools in the garage that I never used.
Well, you used them a lot for a long time, but you just weren't using them anymore. Don't you think that's fair?
Yeah, and then we went through a bunch of exterior items on the house, a bunch of bulky items like outdoor tables, gardening tools,
We had to turn the corner. We're trying to record this as we walk to go do this voting stuff, but at the same time, I don't even bring a mask. Do you?
Yeah, I have one in my pocket.
Oh my gosh. So we're trying to also not walk into people. One of the things that was probably the easiest to get rid of were the bulky items. We had old suitcases that were just the big, huge kind that we hadn't used in years.
We also had a Christmas tree that didn't really work all the way. The lights were out, so it was great getting rid of that. The suitcases were actually stuffed full of old throw pillows that we weren't using anymore, but we just stuffed them in there. Old comforters, things that we thought we might use one day, but we weren't using them. We had a couple of old Mac screens, some video recorders that were obsolete.
We had chargers that we had no idea what they went to. We'd keep them in a box just in case we figured out what it went to.
A bunch of cords.
Thankfully, a while ago, I had taken anything that we filmed and put it onto CDs, so stuff when our kids were little. So thankfully, everything is like really teeny and easy to store. If you guys have never done that or you need to do that, Costco is the place to take it. The kitchen was a huge place where we got rid of a lot of stuff.
And I let Jen pretty much do that one on her own.
So we got rid of some things that we used all the time just because they were too big, like our steamer, the crock pot we loved. That was a little bit sad, but gave it to the kids. We got rid of baking dishes that we used a lot. We found that we only used a couple pans regularly. So we kept those, but we got rid of all the other ones. We got rid of our cast iron skillet that we rarely use. We got rid of all these water bottles. Like God knows where all these water bottles came from. But I think we got them for gifts and stuff.
We had some thermoses. We had
a bunch of plastic utensils for parties.
We got rid of a little cooler thing that I actually ended up having to go buy a cooler, but that's okay if you mess up and you get rid of one thing that you needed. We had been storing all these napkins and paper plates and stuff like that from holidays, like Halloween before, or kid birthday parties or Christmas. So we got rid of all of that. Oh, we had a popcorn maker, anything that was a single-use appliance, like you only used it for one thing.
Like an ice cream machine.
We also got rid of all the extra dishes, wine glasses and stuff like that we used for entertaining, along with tablecloths, extra blankets that we would use for a guest room, extra sheet sets, extra towels, anything basically for entertaining. Since Guy has the mask, he is going to be the one who's going to walk in and go deliver our ballots. Oh, this is awesome. It's just outside. But do you have to touch? Ooh. Yikes.
You can only fit one at a time.
So we have both of ours and my mom's. Yay, we voted. All right, let's get our stickers. Brought our stickers. There are people driving like next to us. Thank you. We got a thumbs up on the voting. Here goes Guy's sticker. Yay, we voted. Have you voted?
We're walking by this house and noticing that they have some really cool Halloween decor.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming. We got rid of some lanterns that definitely had been too weathered by rain and sun and whatever, and some other things like that. We got rid of a lot of holiday things that we didn't really need anymore. So the outdoor stuff leads really well into that, because we had some outdoor holiday things like lights and stuff like that. We got rid of all that, didn't we?
A ton of Christmas lights that I never used.
And also Christmas lights that we used on the tree inside that didn't work. You know, when you're always hunting for that one bulb that's messing you up for the $4 or $5 light strand.
And you can't fix it ever.
Those are gone. We got rid of probably half of our Christmas decor. We only saved basically the things that we loved, or the things that were sentimental, like the stuff our kids made when they were little in school that we hang on the tree.
We also got rid of some Halloween items.
Everything for Halloween is gone. Everything for 4th of July is gone. Basically every other holiday. I can't think of any other holidays that we decorate for, but all that stuff is gone. There were a couple bittersweet things that we got rid of. Guy had to sadly say goodbye to his surfboard collection.
About a dozen surfboards, but I kept 3. So someone got some really good surfboards, and I'm really sad about getting rid of them, but I just didn't have any room for them.
The other thing that I was so sad at getting rid of was we had stockpiled all this stuff for COVID, like toilet paper and paper towels and food and blah, 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 stuff that we would have definitely used. And all of a sudden we'd worked so hard to do it, and we had to get rid of all of it. But we gave it to our family, and we're still actually using some of the toilet paper at my mom's.
Yeah.
We noticed some consistencies on the things that we were getting rid of. One of them was, maybe one day I'll need this.
And we had a lot of that.
We did, like the things like the cowboy boots and stuff. It's like, oh, maybe one day we'll need a pair of cowboy boots.
Or 3 big bottles of peanut butter.
Well, that might have been part of the stockpile. But then in addition to that, we noticed that a lot of things that we bought on sale, those were things that it was kind of like you see stuff on sale and you think it's such a good deal, so you think you're going to use it later, but you actually don't.
No.
Isn't that true?
Yeah.
A lot of hand-me-downs. My mom has this terrible tendency to give us things that she is too... I don't know, she can't part with it or something. It's some type of an issue. So she tries to sell it to us like, oh, this would be so great for blah, blah, blah. And then we end up putting it away. But when we were throwing everything away, we noticed that literally every box we packed up had stuff that she gave us.
And she would give us stuff every time we saw her.
He's honestly not kidding. Every single time we saw her, which is a lot, like once a week, she would give us a bag full of stuff.
So we gave her a lot of stuff back.
That's what we did with it. We didn't even try to get rid of it. We gave it all back to her. But truthfully, she's kind of a shopaholic, so it's an issue. And then the last thing, This is kind of a weird one too, but we noticed that a lot of the stuff that we were getting rid of were gift type items. So it wasn't that they were gifts that people gave us, but gift type items. So a lot of times you might give people something like a picture frame, or you might give them a cool water bottle, or you might give them a blanket, or you might give them whatever. We noticed that those things, so a lot of the ones that we got replaced old ones, but then the old ones had to go away. But it's really made me, I don't know if you feel the same, want to talk to our family about just like, let's not do presents this year.
That would be great. That way we don't have to
get a bunch of stuff that
we don't
needs,
want. Yeah.
And that stuff that nobody needs. So, okay, that's it on that part. Thanks for watching our video. We hope you liked it and that it was helpful. We're gonna be following this up at a certain point with the things that we no longer buy. So this is gonna be our minimalist video number 1, and there will be others to come.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Thank you.